The dapper goose, home to the finely plucked and delectably roasted. Prepare yourself, fellow food enthusiasts, for a gastronomic adventure that will have your taste buds singing an operatic Ave Maria. The dapper goose in the heart of fair Buffalo is no mere restaurant. It's a culinary sanctuary, where the marriage of flavors is orchestrated by chefs who could give Beethoven a run for his money. Upon entering, let the ambience envelop you like a cozy down comforter. The dim lighting casts an air of sophistication, while the gentle hum of conversation creates a soothing symphony. But don't be fooled by the dapper exterior, for this goose is far from ordinary. The menu reads like a choose-your-own-adventure novel, featuring creations that will tantalize your senses and lead you wondering how something so improbable can taste so undeniably heavenly. The goose fat fries are a culinary masterpiece in their own right, each crispy morsel begging to be dipped in the accompanying truffle sauce. For the main event, the dapper goose takes the art of roasting to new heights. Their roasted goose is a symphony of succulent meat and crispy skin that would make even the most hardened carnivore shed a tear of joy. Its accompanying goose just is a liquid masterpiece that will make you wish you had brought a bucket to take home. And if you still have room, don't miss the gooseberry crumble. This sweet symphony of tart berries, buttery crumbs, and a hint of cinnamon is the perfect ending to a truly exceptional dining experience. Now, be warned, this avian paradise comes at a price. But let us not forget the wise words of George Carlin: money talks, but it doesn't say much when it's dead. So open your wallet, dear reader, and prepare to embark on a culinary journey that will leave you cackling with delight. So to the dapper goose, we raise our glasses and offer a resounding honk, if you're crazy delicious. If you ain't been to Giancarlo's Sicilian Steakhouse, you're missing out on a slice of heaven. It's like the Sicilian Mafia, but instead of making you an offer you can't refuse, they're gonna tempt you with food you can't resist. First off, the ambience is straight out of a classic Italian movie. It's got dim lighting, red checkered tablecloths, and live accordion music that's so good, you'll swear you're in the heart of Tuscany. And let's talk about the food. Oh man, it's like a symphony for your taste buds. The calamari is so crispy and tender, it'll make you think you're eating a cloud. The steaks are cooked to perfection, and they're so juicy and flavorful, you'll be moaning like a happy cow. Now, I know what you're thinking, Kevin, you always say that the food is good. But trust me, this place takes it to a whole new level. It's the kind of food that makes you close your eyes and savor every bite like it's your last meal on earth. But here's the beef, pun intended. The service is a little slow. I mean, you might as well bring a book, because you're gonna be waiting a while. But hey, at least you can enjoy the accordion music while you wait. And if you're a bit sensitive about race, you might want to keep an eye on the seating arrangements. I'm not saying anything, but let's just say that certain groups might have to wait a little longer for their table than others. Overall, Giancarlo's Sicilian Steakhouse is an absolute delight. The food is top-notch, the atmosphere is amazing, and the service is, well, let's just say it's an experience in itself. So if you're looking for a truly unforgettable dining experience, this is the place for you. Just be prepared to wait a little bit, and maybe bring a book or two. Alright, folks, let's dive into the culinary wonderland that is Anisio. Imagine a restaurant that's like a cozy Italian grandma's kitchen, but with a dash of metropolitan flair. You'll feel right at home the moment you step through the door. The staff will greet you with a warm smile and a complimentary glass of Prosecco. Oh, and the noise level. It's like a whisper in the wind, so you can actually hear yourself think. Now, let's talk food. Hold on to your hats, because Anisio's menu is a mouth-watering masterpiece. Start with the broccolini appetizer. It's like a veggie rave in your mouth, with a crispy coating and a luscious cream sauce that will make you forget all your worries. For your main course, you can't go wrong with the queso y pepe. It's like a creamy, cheesy dream on a bed of perfectly cooked pasta. The vodka pasta is also a crowd pleaser, with a sauce that's both savory and slightly addictive. But wait, there's more. The bread and butter here is a guilty pleasure you won't be able to resist. It's like a warm, fluffy cloud that melts in your mouth. And I'm telling you, the spumoni panna cotta is a work of art. Chocolate pudding, cherry sherbet, and pistachio mousse come together to create a dessert that will make you question the meaning of life. Now, let's address the price tag. It's not cheap, but for the quality of food and service you're getting, it's worth every penny. It's like buying a Rolls-Royce for your taste buds. Is Inizio perfect? Well, let's just say that it's almost there. The service can sometimes be a tad standoffish, and the atmosphere can be a bit stuffy at times. But hey, nothing a little laughter and a bottle of wine can't fix. So, there you have it, folks. Inizio is a restaurant that will tantalize your taste buds and leave you with memories that will last a lifetime. Just make sure to book a reservation, because this place is hotter than a summer day in Buffalo. Alright folks, strap yourselves in for a culinary adventure that'll have you questioning the very fabric of reality. I've had the privilege of indulging in the delights of Greasy twice this week, and my initial lunch outing was like a slap in the face from a well-dressed toddler. The Caesar salad was about as exciting as a blank piece of paper, and the smash burger was more like a compressed hockey puck wrapped in sadness. The fries were so overcooked they could have been used as armor in the Battle of Thermopylae. But fear not, dear patrons. For dinner, Greasy transformed into a culinary oasis. The lamb chops were a revelation, seasoned with cinnamon like a naughty secret that just couldn't be contained. The roasted branzino was a symphony of flavor, crispy as a marching band and light as a feather. The carrot cake was a warm embrace on a cold winter's night, topped with ice cream that tasted like it was straight from the fountain of youth. Now, let's talk about the decor. It's like a cross between a TJ Maxx and a Home Goods clearance sale. There's a shelf with ornamental books, for crying out loud. But hey, at least you can pretend you're dining in a sophisticated library while you're waiting for your food to arrive. Service. Well, it's a mixed bag. One server could charm a cobra out of a basket, while another acted like they were serving you a dish of lukewarm boredom. As for the charcuterie, it's basically a fancy way of charging you $5 for a pile of cheese and meat that you could get at the local deli for half the price. But despite these minor hiccups, Greasy's dinner menu is a culinary masterpiece. So, if you're in the mood for a meal that will make your taste buds sing but leave your pocketbook whimpering, then Greasy is your place. Just don't forget to bring your sense of humor. Buffalo's Osteria 166, where the food is divine and the stuff is as charming as Trivno. Prepare for a culinary adventure that will tickle your funny bone and leave your taste buds craving for more. Osteria 166, nestled in the heart of Buffalo, is not just a restaurant, it's a comedy club disguised as an Italian trattoria. Imagine walking into a scene from a Trevor Noah sketch, where the waiter greets you with a wink and a complimentary glass of wine that will make you forget all your troubles. But don't be fooled by the laughter, the food here is no joke. For starters, brace yourself for the nanny's raviolis in Sunday sauce. These little bundles of joy are like Italian grandmas singing opera in your mouth. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, the house-cured charcuterie is a party in your mouth that will leave you wondering why you ever ate meat before. Now, let's talk about the scallops. Let's just say they're like the Beyoncé of seafood, slightly disappointing but still fierce as hell. 5 bite-sized scallops wrapped in bacon will tantalize your taste buds and leave you yearning for more, but only if you don't mind sharing the spotlight with the corn on your plate. But don't fret, dear patrons. The kind-hearted manager, Kyle, is like a culinary superhero, ready to save the day. Comping entrees and apologizing with the charm of a Nobel Peace Prize winner, he will turn your frown upside down faster than a magician pulling a bunny from a hat. And let's not forget the magical bread, served with spreads that are the culinary equivalent of a cat video. Artichoke, roasted red pepper, and cauliflower dance upon your palate, begging for a toast to their deliciousness. Now, while the atmosphere may be a tad noisy, think of it as a symphony of laughter and chatter, adding to the lively ambience. And if the food takes a bit longer than expected, just remember the wise words of Trevor Noah: if you're not waiting, you're not dating. So gather your crew, don your best comedic timing, and head on over to Osteria 166, where the food is delightful, the stuff is hilarious, and the memories will last a lifetime. Just be sure to save some room for a tiramisu serenade on your birthday. After all, laughter and Italian food are the perfect recipe for a night to remember. Ciao, Bella. SZND, where fine dining meets laughter. Prepare to laugh your calories away at SZND, Buffalo's most stylish secret. It's like a Dior-designed restaurant that serves divine food with a side of comedy. The atmosphere is so posh, you'll wonder if there's a dress code for diners. Hint, there isn't. But don't let the fancy digs fool you. SZND is as inviting as a cozy armchair. It's like eating at your rich aunt's house, but without the judgmental glances. The menu is a masterpiece of culinary creativity. The baked brie is like a cheese party that melts in your mouth, perfectly complemented by toasted bread that's so good, you could write a poem about it. And the scallops. They're the gems on top of a pasta that's so fresh, you'll swear it was made by the pasta fairy. The pork belly is a culinary masterpiece that will make you forget all about bacon. It's like eating a cloud of crispy, fatty heaven. And the mint drinks. They're so sweet, they'll make your taste buds dance with joy. But beware, the desserts are so good, they'll make you question your sanity. The chocolate mouse brownie will make your tongue sing like a choir of angels. And the cream brulee. It's so creamy, smooth, and delicious. It'll make you question why you ever ate vanilla pudding in the first place. So, if you're looking for a dining experience that's both elegant and hilarious, look no further than SZND. It's like a comedy club and a Michelin-starred restaurant rolled into one. Just be sure to make reservations, or you'll be the laughingstock of the town for missing out. Daniela, where Buffalo's patience is tested and taste buds rejoice. Attention foodies. Prepare to embark on a culinary adventure that will challenge your limits and leave your stomach satisfied. Daniela, a hidden gem in the bustling heart of Buffalo, has become a legend for its tantalizing dishes and an unforgettable waiting experience that could rival the trials of a medieval knight. Step into the cozy, bar-like atmosphere, where the air crackles with anticipation and the aroma of garlic bread teases your nostrils. As you navigate the throngs of patrons, you'll encounter the hostess, a guardian of the sacred tables who informs you with a stoic expression that you're facing a weight worthy of a Renaissance painter. Determined to feast upon the culinary wonders that await, you conquer the weight with the same resolve as a Roman legionnaire. Like a general surveying the battlefield, you spot an open space at the bar. Victory. But alas, the battle is not over. For the next 20 minutes, you sit patiently, your eyes darting desperately towards the indifferent servers who seem to be in a trance, oblivious to your existence. Emboldened by hunger, you summon your inner caveman and roar, "Menus, I demand menus." Time slows down as you wait another 10 tortuous minutes, playing a game of chicken with the servers who steadfastly avoid eye contact. Finally, the chef himself, or perhaps it's the tavern wench, deigns to take your order, along with a side of verbal snark. But here's the twist, my friends. Just as you're about to storm out, the food arrives like a knight in shining armor. The grilled cheese focaccia is a masterpiece, with tomato and bacon harmonizing to create a symphony of flavors. The carbonara is a testament to perfection, transporting you to the streets of Rome with every bite. However, beware the pizza. It's a treacherous beast that should be approached with caution. Like a fickle lover, it can leave you both tantalized and disappointed. In the end, you emerge from Daniela a different person. You've tested the boundaries of your patience, witnessed a clash of culinary giants, and tasted the fruits of perseverance. You may vow never to return, but deep down, you'll forever savor the memories of that epic culinary battle. So, dear fellow foodies, prepare for the ultimate Italian experience at Daniela. Bring your patience, summon your appetite, and brace yourself for a culinary adventure that will leave a mark on your heart and your stomach. May the force of carbonara be with you. Ahoy there, fellow foodies. Welcome aboard the SS Vault, a culinary adventure so grand it'll make you shiver your timbers. From the moment you step inside this spiffing establishment, you'll be greeted by an air of opulence that would make a Victorian gentleman blush. The bar, my dares, is a masterpiece that could make even Gatsby's bathtub green with envy. But fear not, the libations are of the highest caliber, ensuring your evening will be filled with cheer and merriment. The menu, my hearty, is like a symphony for your taste buds. Their calamari is a thing of beauty, so tender it'll melt in your mouth like a snowflake in the Sahara. The crab cakes are fit for a king, filled with sweet, succulent crab that will make you forget all your worldly woes. And the vault chicken sandwich, well, let's just say it's a masterpiece so delicious it could make a vegetarian renounce their plant-based ways. Now, about that vault, me hearties. It's indeed a sight to behold, a secret treasure trove where private parties revel in the lap of luxury. Alexis, our charming server, led us on a guided tour that was more thrilling than a pirate's hunt for buried gold. But hold fast, matey. The food, while undeniably delectable, does come at a price. For a mere 30, you can indulge in a pasta that will leave you wanting more, just like a starving castaway craving land. But fret not, the service is so impeccable, you'll be too smitten to notice such minor inconveniences. In conclusion, Vault is a dining experience that will tickle your fancy and leave you longing for more. Just be prepared to pay handsomely and indulge in the finer things in life. After all, as the saying goes, you can't have your cake and eat it, unless you're at Vault. Calling all chicken and burger enthusiasts. Cluck Cluck Moo Moo has dropped a new spot on Hurtle, and it's like an edible comedy special. From the second you enter this clucking mooing palace, the staff greets you like long-lost friends. They're so chipper, you'll wonder if they've been malinning caffeine or just inhaled a tank of pure joy. The menu is a masterpiece of meaty delights. Their signature smash burger will make you smash your taste buds with glee, while the chicken sandwiches will leave you clucking for more. Just be warned, the hot chicken sandwich is a spicy beast. It's like your mouth is a dragon's lair, with the chicken playing the part of the fire-breathing monster. But hey, who needs taste buds anyway? Now, let's talk about the first review. They raved about the speed of their order, which is a good thing. 'Cause let's face it, when you're starving, every second feels like an eternity. But the second review, oh boy. They went off on a grease-fest rant, claiming their burger was an oil spill on a plate. Well, let me tell you, that's an exaggeration worthy of an Oscar. The burger was a tad greasy, but it's like when you get a little too much butter on your pancakes. It's not a crime, it's a culinary adventure. And the chicken sandwich drama. They said it was tiny and overpriced. Hold up there, my poultry-loving friend. The chicken was far from small. It was like a petite prince, reigning supreme on its fluffy bun. And as for the price, it's perfectly in line with other sandwich royalty. So, here's the Sarah Silverman approved verdict. Cluck Cluck Moo Moo is a clucking mooing gem that'll make you smile with every bite. Just don't wear a white shirt when you order that hot chicken sandwich unless you're aiming to look like a walking Jackson Pollock painting. Whoa mama. If you're looking for a restaurant that'll knock your socks off, then Toutant in Buffalo is the place to be. Picture this, a hip, industrial vibe that's like a chic factory but with soft lighting to keep it cozy. It's like a symphony of steel and comfort, baby. And oh, the food. Let me tell you, those biscuits are so good, they'll make you forget your name. They're like little pillows of fluffy heaven with a crispy crust that'll make you beg for more. Now, let's talk about the steak. It was so tender, I could have cut it with a butter knife like a Jedi slicing through space rock. Seriously, it was like eating a unicorn on a cloud, magical and delicious. But wait, there's more. The shrimp po' boy. It's like a party in my mouth, with a huge shrimp that'll make Poseidon jealous. And those sweet potatoes. They're like little bites of sunshine that'll brighten up your day. Now, about the service. It was like having a personal chef and a therapist rolled into one. They were so attentive. They knew when I needed a refill before I even thought about it. And when I dropped my fork, they swooped in like super waiters, replacing it with the speed of light. Okay, so maybe the cornbread wasn't as thrilling as a roller coaster, but hey, you can't have everything, right? And even though the wine glasses were small, it just means you can have more rounds of that vino without getting too tipsy. So, if you're looking for a night of culinary bliss and a side of laughter, head on down to Taunt. Just be prepared for a food coma that'll have you dreaming of biscuits and gravy for weeks to come. Graylin, where empathy meets extra fees. If you're looking for a place where your taste buds will dance and your wallet will weep, Graylin is the place for you. Let's start with the positives. The staff is so compassionate, they'll hold your hand through a medical emergency as if you're their long-lost sibling. They'll treat you like royalty, unless you're thirsty and want a Diet Coke refill, then you'll pay for that privilege. Now, let's talk food. The salads are like a symphony of flavors, hitting all the right notes. But when it comes to the chicken tikka masala, it's like they forgot to add the spice. It's like ordering a spicy margarita and getting a watered-down margarita instead. And then there's the beef Wellington. It's like a steak that got lost in a puff pastry maze. And the carrots. 3 measly carrots, like they're counting their calories. But hey, at least the ambience is on point. It's dark and moody, like a speakeasy for the Instagram era. Just don't bring a large group, unless you want to squeeze in like sardines on a tuna boat. And to top it off, they have a gin lovers gift card. I guess that's one way to get people to spend $100 on gin. In conclusion, if you're looking for a night out with exceptional customer service, salad that will make your taste buds sing, and a hefty bill, Graylin is the place to be. Just remember, leave your expectations at the door, especially if you're expecting a spicy chicken tikka masala. If you're looking for a good time in Buffalo, swing on by Lucky Day Whiskey Bar, where the ambience is so dark and candlelit, you'll feel like you're in a mob hideout. The service is friendly, but don't expect quiet conversation. This place is popping like a Jiffy Pop in a microwave. Their drinks are strong enough to make a donkey bray, and the food is top-notch. They got French onion soup that'll make you cry tears of joy, Brussels sprouts that'll make you forget all about your ex, and French fries that are so crispy, they'll make you dance the Charleston. But don't be a cheapskate and order one of those 12 burgers. They're good, but they're like a toddler's lunch compared to the half-beef, half-bacon monstrosity they call a burger. It's like eating a unicorn that's been marinated in bacon grease. The highlight of the show is their whiskey selection. They got 500 different types, including some red gems that'll make your wallet cry. But don't be afraid to ask their whiskey wizards for recommendations. They'll hook you up with something that'll tickle your taste buds like a feather duster on a velvet couch. Overall, Lucky Day Whiskey Bar is the perfect place to go for a good time with friends, impress a date, or just drown your sorrows in a sea of whiskey. Just be sure to leave your quiet library voice at home. This place is louder than a construction site in a thunderstorm. Sophia's, where the food is good, but the decor could use a little TLC, folks. Let me tell you about Sophia's, the bustling diner that's become a Buffalo legend. Picture this, a place where the food is so good, it'll make you forget the questionable decor. First off, let's talk about the highlights. The breakfast here is out of this world. Waffles with blueberries. Check. Home fries that'll make you dance the crispy conga. You got it. And don't even get me started on their giant steak fajita omelettes. It's a meaty, cheesy fiesta in your mouth. Now, about that decor, let's just say it's got a certain rustic charm. Think mismatched chairs, a patio heater that's about as effective as a wet towel, and an outdoor waiting area that'll make you wish you had brought your fur coat. But don't let the aesthetics fool you, folks. The servers here are top-notch. They'll treat you like family, even if they can't give you a time estimate on your wait. And speaking of waiting, it's usually not too bad, except on those days when the line is stretching all the way down Block Street. Oh, and don't even think about asking for a reservation. They're like the elusive Bigfoot. Everyone talks about them, but no one's ever seen one. Now, about that spanakopita special, it's like the low child of a Greek salad and a hockey puck. The filo pastry was tough enough to build a house with, and the filling. Let's just say it was more like a distant cousin of spinach than its loving mother. But hey, they make up for it with their patty melts. Those babies are the real deal, thanks to their house-made bread that'll make you forget all about the icky door you're sitting next to. Overall, Sophia's is a Buffalo institution that serves up some of the best breakfast and brunch in town. Just be prepared for the quirks, folks. After all, it's all part of the charm, or at least that's what I tell myself when I'm staring at that dusty door frame. Taqueria Los Mayas, where the tacos make you tap dance, yo, check it out. If you're looking for some Mexican grub that'll make your taste buds do the salsa, then Taqueria Los Mayas in Buffalo is the place to go. Now, let's talk about the tacos. They're like tiny sombreros filled with flavor explosions. I've had some tacos before, but these bad boys take the tortilla by storm. Every taco is a fiesta in your mouth, whether you go for the carnitas, al pastor, or the steak that's so tender it'll melt in your sombrero. And get this, they give you a free basket of warm tortillas and salsa like it's going out of style. It's like the party before the party. The atmosphere is like a Mexican fiesta on a Tuesday night. It's bright, colorful, and full of people who are there to have a good time. You'll be tempted to do the Macarena right there at your table. The service is on point too. The waiters and waitresses are like taco ninjas, zipping around like Speedy Gonzales and making sure you got everything you need. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Eddie, what about the prices? Well, let me tell you, for the quality and the amount of food you get, Taqueria Los Mayas is a steal. Your wallet will be singing La Cucaracha all the way home. So, if you're looking for some authentic Mexican food that will make you dance with joy, then Taqueria Los Mayas is the place to go. Just be prepared to bring your stretchy pants, cause you're gonna want to stuff your taco belly to the brim. You ain't ready for this. Get ready for a review that'll have you laughing and craving buffalo wings all at the same time. Buffalo Old Brewery is like the party spot of the Buffalo neighborhood. They got a beautiful space that'll make you feel like you're in a museum dedicated to beer. But don't get too distracted by the history, cause the food here is off the charts. Let's talk about their grilled cheese sandwich. It's like a warm hug for your taste buds. The cheese is so gooey, it'll make you forget all your troubles. And the tomato bacon combo. It's like a dance party in your mouth. Served with a side of queso that's like a spicy, creamy superhero for your dipping needs. Now, let's move on to their truffle fries. Imagine cardboard that's been sprinkled with truffle magic. They're crispy, golden, and just the right amount of truffly. But be warned, you might need an extra side of queso to quench the fire they light up in your mouth. The beer. Where to even start? They have a pumpkinheimer that'll make you wish Halloween came twice a year. It's like a pumpkin spice latte, but with hops and alcohol. And their Lovejoy lager is like a well-dressed beer, smooth and easy drinking. It'll make you forget all your worries and start chasing that beer fairy. The service here is top-notch. They're like a well-trained army of beer and food experts, ready to give you the best experience possible. And the manager, Thomas, is the tour guide you never knew you needed. He'll take you on a behind-the-scenes adventure to show you how their beer goes from grain to tap. It's like a Willy Wonka tour for beer lovers. So, there you have it. Buffalo Old Brewery is like the love child of a history museum and a food paradise. Whether you're a beer nerd, a foodie, or just someone looking for a good laugh and a great meal, make sure you add this place to your bucket list. Just remember, they might need to charge extra for that tour with Thomas. He's that awesome. Alright comrades, gather round and let me tell you about the Blue Cave restaurant in Buffalo. This place is like the Italian version of Valhalla, where your taste buds get a front row seat to a culinary masterpiece. The food is so good, it'll make you question if you've ever even eaten Italian food before. The atmosphere. It's like dining in a scene from The Godfather. You half expect Brando to come out and serenade you with "Speak Softly, Love." The waitstaff. They're like the Navy SEALs of the service industry. They'll anticipate your every need before you even know you have it. They'll refill your water faster than a hummingbird on Red Bull. Now, about that branzino. It was a bit dry, but only enough to make it interesting. It's like your favorite pair of jeans that have just the right amount of wear and tear. And the squid. It's like a charred masterpiece of the sea. It'll make you forget all about the giant squid from the depths of the ocean. But let's not forget the cream brulee and cannoli. They're the edible equivalent of a stand-up comedy routine. Every bite is a punchline that'll have you crying with laughter from joy, of course. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Bill, you never mentioned the undercooked chicken or the slow service. Well, let's just say that those reviews are the equivalent of finding a hair in your soup. It's a rare occurrence that shouldn't tarnish the reputation of an otherwise exceptional establishment. So, if you're looking for an Italian dining experience that's as good as it gets, head to the Blue Cave restaurant. Just don't blame me if you start speaking in broken Italian after your meal. Eridacy. Armory Restaurant, where the food is divine and the prices are a crime. Prepare yourself for a culinary adventure at the Armory Restaurant, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of Buffalo's Connecticut Street. This historic establishment has been dishing out Italian delights since 1946, and let me tell you, they haven't lost a step. Upon entering, you'll be met with a warm and cozy ambience, complete with checkered tablecloths that make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Be warned, though, there are no menus here. It's like an episode of Chopped, but in a good way. The chef simply announces what's cooking that day, and you can bet your bottom dollar it's all mouth-watering. Now, let's talk about the legendary brick. This massive slab of baked city is an absolute masterpiece. It's not just pasta, it's a symphony of ricotta, mozzarella, and a secret blend of spices that will make you want to sing opera. And for just 11, you can feed an entire army of carb-loving Italians. But wait, there's more. The lentil soup has a kick that's like a warm embrace from a spicy grandma, and the beans and greens are the perfect antidote to whatever ails you except maybe a broken heart. And if you're lucky, you might get a side of homemade bread that's so soft and airy, you'll wonder if you're eating clouds. One word of caution, the Armory Restaurant is cash only, so don't be the guy who shows up with a credit card and a sheepish grin. But hey, the prices are so ridiculously cheap, you won't even mind emptying your wallet. So, if you're looking for a culinary experience that will make you laugh, leave your taste buds singing, and not break the bank, then march on down to the Armory Restaurant. Trust me, your belly will thank you for it. P.S. If you go during lunch, you might even catch the owner giving you a tour of the kitchen. It's like a behind-the-scenes peek at the food wizardry that happens every day. Just don't tell him I told you about the secret ingredient in the sauce. It's a closely guarded family secret.